Okay, so this is the second part of the video of modeling periodic behavior. Let's review quick how to construct a sinusoid using the time. To find maximum and minimum, you will be given a 2 points. You have to identify which one is a maximum value and which one is a minimum value, and look at those y values. And to find the amplitude and vertical shift, always remember vertical shift is the average. So average is a maximum plus minimum divide by 2, and a is a max minus mean divide by 2. One more time, b and period, b is a 2 pi over period, period is 2 pi over b. To write the equation, always look for the maximum and minimum value, which means you should be writing the cosine equation. Cosine equations are the easiest one to work with because it's easy to spot max and mean. If you attempt to write the sine equation, you have to be very good at finding the c value, and sometimes it's not even possible to find the c value in between where you are given a maximum and minimum. So today we are going to look at the tide problem, which is given in your packet. The page number could be 20 or 21. It could be anyone. Just to find this page in your packet. Okay, so let's take a look at this table of the table shows the depth of water in a feet, and it varies with the tides at the time during the morning. So you are given some random numbers in the table. Assumption is that the tide is a continuous, and let's find out which one is the maximum number, which one is the minimum by just screening the y values. So looks like this is maximum, 12, 8, 5. Looks like this is the minimum number. So you need only these 2 points. You do not need anything else. Ignore other points. So let's try to find out what's the time difference between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. I mean, sorry, 10 a.m., which is 6 hours. So this is maximum and minimum. So we can say that the next max occurs after 6 hours. So this gives you that period is 12 hour. Okay, so let's work further. We have to find out maximum. I mean, we got the maximum, minimum. We have to find average depth. What is the average depth? Is a d value. D is always average height depth, whichever way you say it, which is 14.08 plus 5.76 divide by 2. Make sure you press the enter before you divide by 2, otherwise you will not have the correct number. So this is 9.92 feet. Okay, so period we already figured out, which is 12 hours, which will give us b is 2 pi over 12. Amplitude is a, which you have to find the difference of these two, which is 14.08 minus 5.76. Make sure you press the enter and then you divide by 2. So amplitude is 4.16. Okay, so not all the time you will be given a plotted points, but here we do have some information. So I'm going to connect these points, and we are just making connection that D is 9 point something, so which is somewhere roughly here. That's your D. That's a minimum around 10 a.m. and maximum is around 4 a.m. And that's the path of the graph. So to write the equation, we can write either from the maximum or from the minimum. So let's write the model means equation. So I would say f of x, or you can say y, must have equation equal to sign. So amplitude is 4.16. I'm going to write the maximum, so positive cosine pi over 6, or you can say 12, 2 pi over 12. I need extra set of parentheses. X minus 4 a.m. So that is a horizontal shift is a 4 plus d is the average height is 9.92. So this is the model which model the height of the water based on the tide, based on the given data. This is our model. We can predict values based on this model. Okay, so use your model to find the depth at 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Okay, so 9 a.m., which means x is equal to 9, and 3 p.m. means x is equal to 12 because you start at midnight. So that's a noon, and 3 p.m. is a 12 plus 3 is 15. Okay, so let's take out the calculator, and one more time, I'm going to show you how to use the calculator. So let's keep her clearing. Okay, so 4.16 cosine parenthesis pi divide by 6, close the parentheses, another set of parentheses, x minus 4, close, and count the number of parentheses. We should have an even set. So check the set, 1 set, 2 set, and 3 set, plus 9.2. So this is my equation. Let's check the window for this. Now, how to set the window is again easier. You have to see this window. This is 0 to 24. So let's press. We are only looking at the 24 hours time. So maybe 30 hours, you can say that, hour and day and a half. X, Y minimum, you don't need to go underwater. So I just keep -1, and Y max is 15 will work. So let's check it out. So this is a nice smooth trick graph. You can see the waves. These are the waves. Okay, so we have to find the value at 9 and 12. So one more time, let's come back. There are so many different ways you can actually find in this video. I'm going to show you two different ways how to find those value. Alpha trace y1, come back 9, and that's the height. For the second part, let me show you how to find the value on the graph. So you come on the graph, once you sketch the graph, second end, trace, value, press 9, and then that will show you where the height is. That's the height of the water. Okay, so my calculator needs to fix something. Let me fix that. Let me pause the video. Okay, so one more time, how to use a calculator on the graph, how to evaluate. So second end, trace, press 1. It's a flashing, it's asking for the number. So let's say 12. And that shows you the height of the water, 7.84 feet at 3 p.m. At 9 a.m., again, second end, trace, you can say number 1, press 9, give you the answer. There are so many different ways you can find this value. Again, let's press this trace, and then let's press the 9, straight away give you the number. So, or you can go back on the home screen and you can find the answer. So let's write the answer for this part. At x equal to 9, the depth is 7.317 feet. At 3 p.m., which is 15, depth is 13.5226 feet. Make sure you are including unit and height. 9 a.m. time, this was the depth. 3 p.m., this is the depth. Okay, so the last part of the question is very interesting. So let's read this. Boat needs at least 10 feet of water to dock at the wharf. At least 10 feet of water. During what time interval? Interval means slot, time slot. In the afternoon means after 12. Can it safely dock? So let's talk about here. 10 feet. This is a 10 feet. Your boat needs at least 10 feet of water to come back. So you can see this water is low tide. Low tide, it's so low, and the dock is 10 feet high. You cannot come back. Again, this is early morning. sailors are going out, they come back in the afternoon. So afternoon, what two times slot? The depth of the water is at least 10 feet. And for that part, you need to do graph and intersect. Graph and intersect. Put y1, y2. So let's take a look at the calculator. Going back, y1 is already there. Y2 is equal to 10. And graph. Okay, so let's understand this. I'm making this calculator bigger so that you all can understand that we need at least 10 feet of water to come back. This is a day and a half. So this is AM. This is below 10 feet. So I need to find this intersection and that intersection. Between these two, the middle loop, between these two loop, you can safely come back at the wharf. So let's find those intersections. Second and trace number 5. Now I need to come down somewhere. I need to find out that intersection and make sure is it in the afternoon. So 1, 2, 3. So 13 means afternoon, which is good. Somewhere around 1 p.m. And go ahead and find the second intersection. And how do you interpret that time in the calculator on the paper? Let me show you that part. Okay, so we found the two intersection. First intersection is 13.037. Second intersection was 18.963. So I'm keeping this calculator here again one more time. This is a 13.067 and the second one, this point is 18.963. Okay, so these are the two time slots. Interval means time slot between two times. And you must declare your answer. 13.03 means roughly 1 p.m. and 18.9, so we can cancel somewhere 19. 19 is a 7 p.m. So both can dock between 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. Now we do not need estimate answer. You must write the three decimal point correct calculator answer, then interpret that answer into sentence. So this is a Ferris wheel and I'm sorry, tide question where we have covered everything. So go ahead and watch the video again. Make sure you know how to use the calculator, how to enter the correct equation in the calculator, and how to interpret the answer from the calculator to the paper. Thank you.